All right. Welcome to the semifinals of the 10th MGM here from Berlin. I'm Toffel, as usual, your moderator for this instance of Highlander tournament, and I'm here joined by Johnny.
Hi, welcome.
Which you can basically see on the left part in form of his hands.
Fortunate enough to be twice, at least, in the coverage. So you see me playing my mono blue control against Dalibor's 5-color Reanimator.
Ooh, Reanimator. Wait.
Yeah, that's a deck which a lot of people expected with the unban of Entomb.
Yeah, I wanted to say, I haven't seen Reanimator in all the episodes. Why is it now there?
Yeah, I don't think that's Entomb. I think Dalibor is a really good player. He plays the format for a long time, and I think he's plays Reanimator for a really long time now. And I don't think it's a push the deck got from Entomb. I think it's really just a good deck in general. Like, I think you have a good shot at the metagame. But Entomb, unban of Entomb, and by the way, Imperial Seal as well. I'm pretty sure that helped the deck a lot. So.
So you say the deck was good, but people have more attention because the card got unbanned.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some people tried it maybe to make it work with the new Entomb, but I'm pretty sure it worked before as well. I think there was a tournament in Hamburg, like an MKM tournament, which also featured a Reanimator deck in the top 8. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a really strong deck. So
yeah,
it's a good player on top of it. So
if you feel like playing one of the best formats in the world, as you can easily say, right?
What do you mean one of the best formats?
Then you can join us in Berlin about every 3 months, or also other countries like Finland, the Czech Republic have some decent tournaments with well over 50 players usually, and yeah, you can find something. Also, I heard in France there's also a community for Highlander.
Yeah, they're more about dual commander though, but it's pretty close competitive wise, I think. Interestingly enough, we had 70 players this time, which is a new record for us, and really close to the bigger Highlander tournament, which is usually in Frankfurt am Main. So
it's growing. It's definitely growing. It's
like the shop was really packed. So let's talk about the matchup in general. Like when I was going into this game, I didn't feel good because first of all, I don't have any hate cards. I was playing some graveyard removal artifacts because I have a Trinket Mage and wanted a Trinket Mage package, but I decided against it and took them out. So I don't have any specific cards against that deck. So
which is bad.
Which is really bad because the strategy is so potent, right? Like you have so many good cards in this deck which can like finish the game in one turn or like end the game.
There's some creatures like Grizzlebrand or Jingitaxis or
exactly
even I don't know Woodfall Primus that are so dangerous coming into play.
Exactly, and my deck is not really equipped to handle a lot of big creatures. Like I can usually get control of one creature maybe, and that's it. So I'm really not hyped about this matchup. And on top of that, I'm on draw, so that puts all my sweet 2 mana counters, which I have 3 of them in my hand, at a really awkward spot. And you can see Dalibor got a really good starting hand, which we can talk about it. He has a Careful Study turn 1, which already put his a creature in the graveyard and filters his draw, and has a turn 2 Oath of Druids. So my deck does exactly nothing against the Oath, except for Oblivion Stone or Oogie, which is way too.
Or bouncing it, I guess.
Yeah, bouncing.
But you also have the advantage of not playing creatures. Like
that's true.
As long as your opponent doesn't have an orchard, which seems like the game evolving around looking at the hands right now, you're fine.
Yeah, especially with Dalibor having a demonic tutor on the hand, which is really bad.
Like I feel you have a lot of counter spells, and there's like your opponent makes an effort to get creatures into the graveyard and also getting them back. So you have some decent spots to just play your counter spells and hope that is enough.
Sure. Like I like my hand. Like I could have way worse hands for sure. I like my hand, but seeing him resolving an Orchard is really really, really hard for me. And we talked about in the semifinals, we talked about on the play versus on the duo, right?
Yes.
So this game would be such a different game if I would be on the play. But since he was better in the Swiss, which is fair, he got to be on the play. And now I have to handle this cute little enchantment, which I played myself for a long, long time. So
yeah, because it's not fair, is it? You betrayed.
now it's a really, really, really busted card, to be honest.
So Dalibor
yeah.
still has to figure out how to assemble the stuff, because you cannot expect to play something and it happens. And
exactly. Though having a demonic tutor already.
a bribery.
Yeah, that's actually one of my, I guess you could say one of my best cards, if not the best card against this deck. Probably, right? I mean,
Is the deck playing like it's not playing Emrakul, right? That's just
no, it doesn't play Emrakul, but it plays like Trench Gorger. Do you know that card?
Trenched Gorger.
Yeah, that's a.
Does it steal the lands?
It removes all your lands from your library, and
yes.
Yeah, and its power is equal to the lands you removed, and it has trample. So since this deck is not removal heavy, I could see winning me with
it.
But also like a Jin-Gitaxias, I guess, would be fine.
Yeah, Jin-Gitaxias is just the best. Like
yeah, the thing is, he discards, right? So if he draws a Reanimator spell from the top, which maybe enables something in his graveyard, then Jin-Gitaxias maybe doesn't help me, even though I draw 7 cards.
You could also find something that kills the Oath, because like if you get a creature, Oathing seems quite potent here.
Yeah. And by the way, him not using his Demonic Tutor when I had 2 mana open is him really evaluating the situation, and he knows once he resolves the Demonic Tutor for the Orchard, he just wins the game.
So exactly.
At this point, I draw a mana to do mana, which is really like, look at my hand, right? Like
your hand is amazing.
Yeah, my hand is really amazing. Still, I still remember the feeling in this game, though. I wasn't like feeling comfortable at all with this fucking Orchard. So even though with having 4 counter spells in my hand, I'm not like, yeah, I got this game. Like against other control decks, which by the way, his Reanimator is really not just.
Like, there's another just straight out win, I guess, if you put Iona into play saying blue. There's you shouldn't have too many options.
I have like a Caracas. I play random Caracas in my deck because I can tutor it with Expedition Map and Tolaria West.
Reasonable. Caracas just annoying.
I think Caracas has to go in every Highlander deck, to be honest. Like, at this point, too many legends walking around. Not even if you don't have a legacy of your own in your deck, you just have to play it.
Yeah, I think we in the last episode we talked with Jan about building your deck basically at 98 cards with Caracas and Gitaxian Pro, which has pros and cons, but it feels funny that this is actually a reasonable thing.
It absolutely is. And besides that, I think I have something like Oblivion Stone or Ugin, which could get rid of Iona at some point. So Dalibor's using the Show and Tell here, which of course needs to be countered by me.
Clearly saying that this is the worst spell out of the two. Like he expects this to get countered, and there might even be an argument for it to be played with no creature in hand, just knowing you will counter it anyway. Yeah.
Oh, I would actually love him doing that, just do that, but yeah. You're right.
Unfortunately, he drew the Iona. We will never know. And here you just say, okay, this is the time. I get 3 mana from the Mana Drain. I will play Jace, being able to counter at least twice next turn.
That's the thing. I need to play the Mana Drain at this spot because I need to get something on the board with the Orchard, because I know it's a ticking time bomb. So yeah, that's why I play the Mana Drain here, not the counter spell, for instance, or the Condescent, because I need the mana to actually resolve my Jace. Also getting rid of my dead cards like Tabernacle and Maze. I don't feel good about it. Though thinking about it in retrospective, the Maze is not that bad against Reanimator, but I wasn't realizing that at the moment or at that time when I was playing him. I just saw it as a dead card, but actually he has to kill me with like fatties. So yeah.
I have a suggestion for your deck, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think about playing Orbok?
Just to enable those 2 lands.
And the fetch lands.
Well, I want to use my fetch lands most of the time anyway because of
They
Delve.
cost life. It's reasonable, but
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think. By the way, let's talk about the Emrakul. I'm not sure if everyone who watches this video watched also this in the quarterfinals, but about the Emrakul, it's like a new pet card, and I really love that card, and I have to. I actually don't want other people to play this card because it's so good, but I think that's one of the best cards you can play in control decks nowadays in Highlander.
I think there's a fair point in playing in the mid-range decks. Like, it's also I play a lot of versus Commander, and it's just so good because it's the one card nobody can take away from you as a late game option.
For sure. Yeah.
We should just end like the saying, like, by the way, I'm in favor of destroying Carthage, you know, like the thing. We should just end everything with like, you should play Emrakul. We feel like every deck should play Emrakul.
Okay, let's talk about Dalibor's hand, which suddenly got really strong. Like, he has Bazaar of Baghdad already, and now he drew a Life on the Loam, which means a lot of trouble for me because his Bazaar suddenly
Whoa.
recall every turn, so...
And you cannot really counter the Life from the Loam all the time. Like, you can counter it now because you can play Remand, and that works for this turn, but then you can play next turn and the turn after. And this also gets you much closer to the Orchard, right?
Right. And that's a problem with control decks in general, right?
With your deck in general.
Well, my deck is an extreme example of that, but usually control decks have the problem to finish the game fast. So those kind of decks, like the Reanimator deck, which I'm not sure if I was mentioning before, but Dalibor's deck is not built like an all-in Reanimator, but more like a control Reanimator. And I really like this approach because at this point, it shows its strength against other control decks. It's really strong. And I actually need a back to basic here to make me feel safe about this game. Like, I don't feel safe at all, even though I have 20 million counters, the Emrakul, the Jace, and everything. And he's kind of stumbling in mana. I focus on turns, you know. And I still don't feel safe because I know he still have the Oath of Druids and now the Loam, which is really...
Oh, and he found you in a spot where you seem to have only 1 mana, but thanks to the medallion, the Condescent counters for 1.
And I like his line of play also, like baiting me with the Loam. It's not really a bait, no.
But like knowing that you have to counter it.
Yeah, exactly. Playing the Loam, make it more juicy for me to make this tempo play with the Remand, and then actually resolves or try to resolve this Demonic Tutor, which will get the Orchard here. But luckily I had.
Needle is interesting. Also Wasteland. They basically do the same, but Wasteland is not good against the Loam.
Yeah, Needle is really good at this point because I can shut down his Bazaar, which is really important. I'm really glad.
It's sometimes a bit confusing with all the naming effects because some of them say lands, some of them say non-lands, and some of them say lands but no mana abilities. So Needle is correct to use on a Bazaar, right?
That's the best. I mean, it's not the best card. I could have drawn a back to Civic, I guess, but it's one of the best cards I can find in this spot to shut down this Loam engine, which is really, really problematic for me.
It feels like all you have to do is like carry yourself over the Emrakul finish line, or at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. And I have a Ubi on my hand, which is also nice to get rid of the Orchard and also closing the game.
Do you expect your opponent to play counter spells at this point?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Like at least the usual suspects, like Izzet Charm, which you would see in the Reanimator, and Mana Drain and Remand, like all those things which are free to play more or less in the blue deck, I guess.
Oh, there's so like even the Bazaar can dredge the life later.
Yeah. So now he's seeing, like in response to my Needle, he's activating the Bazaar.
Getting really dangerous cards like Thoughtseize is very threatening to push something through.
And because the thing is, I'm kind of safe against Iona at this point because I have the Jace in place, so I'm not that concerned about that.
That's true.
But I don't know. I'm pretty sure he has some other creature in the yard which is threatening. I'm not sure though which one.
There's a Grizzlebrand.
Yeah,
from the
because from
campus study.
Yeah, turn 1, and that's of course important.
Intuition, of course, a card you cannot let resolve because it gets the loam, gets the orchard for the loam. So.
So he's dredging and the fun begins. So.
Dredge, dredge, dredge. We see a lot of shiny foil cards, Jingitaxis, Treasure Cruise, Exhume, which are mostly relevant in general, but Jingitax is nice to have.
Oh yeah. That's a fine balance card. So now I have another problem. I got his Bazaar shut down, but now he got a Sipholet Colosseum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
which is basically a Bazaar for the same purposes.
Yeah, it costs mana and you have to sacrifice it though, so it's much slower.
It also costs you a land drop.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm still not like feeling well about the situation. There could be a case maybe to activate the Jace and try to get through the ultimate.
Which takes a long time.
Which takes a really long time, and I'm not that thrilled about my hand. I have one counter spell left, so I can counter one more spell. Exactly. And I'm not sure that is enough for me to cover the distance I need to cover to to get Jace winning me the game. Because Emrakul and Ugin are still very far away. I need at least 2 more land drops. I got the Blighted Cataract, so that's a good thing. And now I find Enforcer Rule.
Ooh, Force is strong. Really strong.
So now my hand gets way better.
Also, Thought Scouring away the lands is just very...
Oh, that's so great at this point, exactly. Also, it fuels maybe the Emrakul. I'm not sure if I've done the math on my graveyard, if that's actually possible to make it.
It's 2. You have instant and lands.
Yeah.
So that might be also a little bit of your problem. Some of the decks can prepare better to play an Emrakul. You usually will only have lands, sorceries, and instants.
Oh no! Actually, that's a bad example of the game. Usually, I don't have problems to fill my graveyard with those card types I need because of like Thirst for Knowledge, Champion of Wits, and like what else?
Like all the cards, like.
Actually, well, Jace, of course, he loots. But I guess you're right. Like I have to work for it, right? It doesn't come naturally. So usually I don't only have 2 parts, two card types. But I remember having a lot of games where I could like cast Emrakul for 7 mana. It's like the average mana cost of me.
Well, the longer it goes, naturally, it fills itself. Like you will get some Thoughtscour cards, and you will end up having something. But a lot of decks can play like easier multiple cards. Walking Ballista, for example, just counts for 2, or maybe Bitter Blossom. Like you don't have the access to those multiple cards.
That's true. Well, I have a Spells Guide, but yeah, I know what you mean.
So while we're talking here, Dalibor is still trying to desperately get something happening in form of resolving. Like there's happening a lot of stuff, but he's trying something, you're saying nope, and then he's trying the next thing. And if this happens to work, then you win. And if Dalibor sticks something, it's very likely that he will win. So it's a race against... It's not really a race. It's like a snail crawl.
It's kind of a weird race. Like it is a race at the end of the day, but it's kind of... I don't know. It feels really, really weird at this point. Like I don't feel safe, and I'm pretty sure he thinks he activates this Jace 5 billion times by now. Like, why didn't I lose now? By now?
Well, I know why he didn't lose. You're not playing win conditions.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I can't play a creature in the open. And by the way, he got the Trench Gorger now in the graveyard, which is this creature which pretty much can one-shot you that gains haste.
Is there possibilities to get it with haste from the graveyard?
Oh, we will get there later in this game.
Spoiler.
Kind of. So I activate Jace one more time. And I see one of my new pet cards, also addition from Luca. That's Treasure Map. Sadly, I don't go for it at this point. Which is a really nice artifact, which is also played in Standard right now, I think.
Yeah.
Which is a really, really fitting card for my deck. Like, it helps me to find the right cards, and later on it ramps me.
You must play Search for Ascanta, right?
Yeah, of course. Like, this was a huge boost from the deck. I won 2 matches in the tournament just because on the back of this card. Like, it was Grixis and Esper in the Swiss rounds, and I just won because of Search for Ascanta. And in one game, both had it. And I just was able to find better cards with the cards. So
it's just so oppressive.
it is.
And surprisingly very potent with the mana. Like, the land you're getting is
Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous that you get a filter spell plus delving plus Emrakul plus mana acceleration later on. Like, imagine for Scapeshift, for instance, right? Scapeshift loves this card. It gets you the ramp, it gives you the filtering, and later on the impulse. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really
so
ridiculous.
You're still figuring out how to make something happen without losing the game on the spot.
Exactly.
And we're getting to a territory where actually Emrakul can be cast.
Yeah, now I only have 2 card types. It's really a shame. What the fuck? Actually, that's rarely happens. So Emrakul is 11 mana right now. So the thing is, I mean, I guess 10 mana with the Serum Visions. I have 8 mana, and I have Force of Will. So what I'm going to do is casting that Ugin. So with the counterspell in hand, most people would probably don't do that. Maybe they wait till they have 2 more lands. But I think at this time, I need to do something. I can't let him Cephalid Colosseum every turn. And I need to do something. So that's why I want to get rid of the Orchard with the Ugin. So I get that threat out of the way. And also, I think you were asking me about the haste thingy, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I think at this point, Dalibor had already an anger in the graveyard.
Nope.
I don't see it. I don't see it in the...
No, there's no anger.
There's no anger. But I was really... That's weird, because that was kind of my decision, because I saw the Trench Gorger in graveyard, and I thought he has an anger, and he has access to a mountain. By the way, anger is a creature. When it's a graveyard and you control a mountain, all your creatures get haste.
The only red card I can see is a Firestorm.
Yeah, you are right. I don't know why I thought that this, but I'm pretty sure I was thinking wrong.
Maybe he told you he has anger and you believed it?
No. Like, everything he said to me, I wouldn't take it for, like, I wouldn't believe him. I was thinking he's just playing me. So no, that wouldn't be the case. I was under the impression I have kind of pressure against me now because of the Trench Gorger plus the anger, because that one-shots me. And if he has like a discard spell from a counter spell, I don't want to just sit there and like get beaten while having all of those cards. So having the Force of Will in my hand, I felt like I was pretty safe, I guess. So yeah, that's
you only like, once you untap, the game plays out much easier because you're actually doing stuff while defending yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, at this point, you have a Jace, and as you said, you felt like you getting outvalued despite having a Jace.
Is it possible that under the Trench Gorger, this shiny card is the anger? Is it like, I can't see it in the graveyard right now?
It could be.
I'm 99% sure, because that's the only reason I go for the Ugin here, despite having counter spells. Because I was under the impression, okay, if he finds now like a discard spell plus a Reanimator spell, I'm just dead. Like, okay, I have kind of counter spell plus Force of Will, so I'm maybe not technically dead, but having this pressure against me with the Trench Gorger and the anger is really what drives me here to play the Ugin with the Force Breaker. And as you say, once I untap, the game goes much smoother.
I mean, the kind of feeling is the same. Like, if your opponent gets to have like a very important turn that works, because you might only have one counterspell and there's a Thoughtseize or something, or he finds the Orchard, which is still a race you have to fight. Then the game is just much different on the spot. And here we see Intuition, which would get the Orchard, but
Intuition. Like, I I feel really bad about this because I don't know his deck list, so I don't know what his deck has. Like maybe he plays Raven's Crime with his loan package, maybe he has some kind of Unbarrel Rights package, maybe he has some, like, some weird cards which really can get me here. So I really feel really bad about this, and I'm considering countering it.
But then again, it's not something that immediately threatens you.
Well, I was thinking of mainly of Unbarrel Rights, so I thought maybe that's a Reanimator spell, which I can't.
You can deal with it being cast once and then untapping.
Well, no, because in my thinking, I'm dead. If he resolves on a Reanimator spell, I'm just dead.
But how like he still has to cast the Unbarrel Rights.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, true.
Like you give the rights to the hand and then.
Yeah, but then I still have the problem of him having other cards in graveyard, right? Like, let's say like Raven's Crime or the Orchard, as you mentioned. That's why I'm going for the Force of Will of the Intuition here.
But now there's an opening. Like
now there's an opening, and that's why I said I feel really bad about this at this spot, that I had to counter the Intuition. Oh, and now, by the way, I think we will see that he has the anger because he will resolve the Titan he has and will kill both Planeswalkers.
Okay, so your feeling was not betraying you.
Was not a feeling, yeah. I'm actually, yeah.
Or Dalibor was very good at attacking with invisible anger.
Yeah, maybe.
And the Titan here is just absurd, yeah. It just kills every Planeswalker.
It feels bad to say that, but I feel relieved that I'm not dead yet. because I thought, what? I don't know what's going on.
I would say
okay.
Anger just leads to the dark side.
I'm not sure what is going on. I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe you're mixing it with something that will happen in the future. I would just I think your anger deludes you, like.
Well, I wasn't. Well, as I said, I was relieved. So, yeah, that's by the way the other reason. When I used my brainstorm from the Jays the turn before, I knew I don't have mana on my top, so I knew I wouldn't get to the spot with the mana in time, right? To cast the Ugin with counter backup or cast the Emrakul with counter backup.
Yes, exactly.
Though I don't need counter backup for the Emrakul, but yeah, to get to the Emrakul even. So that's why I had to go for it eventually, right? Because I don't see mana. I could wait another turn. I could then brainstorm and see one more card and hope for the lands. But still, that gives him every turn a Cephalid Colosseum activation. So that's also a reason. And we see that I do the, what's it called? Engulf the Shores, which kind of helps against the Titan.
I mean, casting it is much better than just attacking. And you have to make it go away. Like it cannot stay. Your deck is not good at defending against attacking Titans.
No. And here we see a rare misplay of mine. Sapphire Medallion. I pay 4 mana, which is kind of important because I want to keep counterspell backup, of course. So
could have played Treasure Map then.
Would have played the Treasure Map, which is really a card I want right now in this spot. I really want to have the mana and the filtering because I have bad cards on my top.
Yeah, now that the Jace is gone, it's harder to.
I have the Emrakul on top, I think, of my library. So I want to draw that, and that would be fine. I wouldn't activate my Treasure Map anyway. Or I would if he doesn't play anything. And now because of this misplay, there's the anger. Okay, so I don't know what I was thinking before.
There's still the possibility of him playing 2 angers, so no judgment.
But by the way, this anger makes things now really complicated or really scary for me.
Well, that means the Titan just.
Yeah, by the way, that's also like, what the fuck? That was the best wedge he could have at this point, right? Like having this anger for the Titan, casually handling my
There's like, you're still hoping to maybe force spike the Titan.
Yeah, that's actually true. Though he had 35,000 loam activations, I think so. At the moment. That isn't going to happen. Though that's a rare case, by the way, of Ugi not performing really well, to be honest. Like usually Ugin is just game against most mid-range decks, right? Or control decks. But against this deck, he's kind of meh, to be honest.
Yeah, because the value action depends on lands.
Yeah, exactly. And usually he needs 3 turns to go to the ultimate. But since I used it against the Orchard, he's like only shooting for 3. So yeah, he's playing around my force spike really poor.
Even not taking damage.
Even not damage, right?
Although it shouldn't matter too much. Like somehow you ended up being ahead on life totals.
Okay, yeah, I had to counter this, of course.
So we're still at the point where Emerald Core costs 10. I guess.
We have a Planeswalker on the graveyard now. And we have a Serum Vision. So I think we have instant land, creature, not creature, instant land, Planeswalker, sorcery. So 4.
So you are 1 away.
Okay, right.
So
only...
but now you have to choose.
Yeah, that's really awkward, right? Like I have to choose the Emrakul over the Mensa, of course, and now I feel really bad. Like, oh my god, I need to find a land and I need not to die next turn.
with having no counters, like I mean, you could have brainstormed away the force spike maybe last turn.
Yeah, and maybe it was a bad brainstorm when I put the Emrakul on top of it. It was probably, but I didn't want to get it discarded or anything. Like I just wanted to protect it, and also not him knowing about it. So yeah, now I'm at his like. By the way, that's not good. I shouldn't show him that I do a main phase. Doesn't give any. I just show him the card. Right? Okay. Like,
also,
it's a weird tell if I use it main phase because that might telegraph something like, oh, I don't have anything. And
yeah, you're using it right now. I don't need the mana. Yeah, that's.
Okay. So yeah, for everyone out playing weirdo control decks, I really suggest to try Treasure Map. It's a really good card.
Also, not only the card advantage is nice, you also can cast Ugin much earlier.
Oh yeah, and I mean you filter, right? You have the filter aspect of the card. You ramp yourself with the artifact and the treasures. It's just insane to have a power play this early.
That's 4 mana, right? The land and the 3 treasures. Yeah. So you're sitting there saying, like, please don't do anything. I have a billion counter spells. Just prepare living death. Maybe
living death, right?
Ooh, and Inquisition. Oh, that's brutal. Because that will basically
you know what's brutal. You will see what's brutal. I mean, the combination of those cards is really strong.
Like he can just cast Inquisition and then play Living End.
Yeah.
So I don't see from this point how it not goes like this. And he discards some lands and the life, saying, okay, I have some business. I have brainstorm.
Oh wait, but did he play the land already?
No, he didn't play a land yet. So that's why it's so brutal. You have to play the force spike now, but you of course don't know this. But you're doing it because you cannot discard anything anyway. So that makes it a very Are you paying now? Your opponent is paying force spike, but you would never play it if you have if there's no other card. You have to let this happen. How insane is your opponent?
I'm not saying anything to that.
how insane is your opponent to have a counter spell and hand here and cast force spike? Oh, this is brilliant. No.
Oh my god, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. Yeah, so he's paying for that.
Yeah, so he literally just pays for that.
Yeah, so that means he can't resolve his living death this turn because he only has 4 mana. So I got lucky there. I got really, really lucky there because living death would mean I'm just dead, obviously. Oh no. Wait a second. No, we are both wrong. The thing is, in the graveyard, there's a Magus, no, not Magus, the angel which destroys all creatures. So that's
that
the reason.
always
That's the reason.
destroys.
Yeah, he told me that after the game. That's why he's doing this right now. I think he could still draw the 7 cards from the Griselbrand.
Definitely, yeah. And there's also, isn't there also, no, the Iona is gone.
The Iona is still in the graveyard, I think.
I think there's also Talia, is that correct?
Talia? No, Talia doesn't play Talia.
What is the white card under the storm?
Oh, is it Anish Norn, I think?
Maybe. Hard to say, but yeah, you're right. But drawing 7 would be just...
Would be still, but then what does he do then? He's on 1 life total, then he dies to Ugin, right?
Well, he can attack Ugin with the angel.
He can't. Oh, he can. Yeah, you're right. No, but Ugin is not dead then.
No, but it's not threatening.
No, he's dead then. Because he doesn't kill Ugin. Ugin does +3. Like +1 loyalty is the 3 damage.
Yeah, but it just deals 3 damage. Like, he's at 8.
But if you
because he draws cards. That's what you're saying. Okay. I got you. Ooh, Brainstorm finds Corpse Dance.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a deck where you have to actually know the order.
Exactly. Like the rare case, 2 matters.
And Corpse Dance gets what?
Corpse Dance gets the top creature of your graveyard into the game.
Which is Anger right now.
Which would be Anger, I think, yeah. That's the important part. It gets removed at the end of turn.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He doesn't want to do that, I think.
Well, it takes away your anger. That can't be that bad. Some people
pay a lot for that, yeah, that's true. And the nice thing about Confidence is it has buyback. So for 5 mana, you can do that every turn if you want to. Otherwise, it's only 3 mana. It's a really nice card. Like a really powerful card if you think about it.
Does the deck play Warwick Shifter?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that card is playable, to be honest.
Why not? Like, if you can set it up. If you get Griselbrand, you can just draw 7.
That's a problem. The top card has to be a creature. That's a problem, I think.
Yeah, but you only need it once.
Yeah. Well, if you have the white creature, right? Like he plays a lot of come-to-play creatures like Magistrat, the Angel, the Iona.
Yeah, that also counts.
Yeah. No, wait, what? No, the Magistrat doesn't have to come to play together if you have the Warlord Shapeshifter.
No, if you have a Shapeshifter and the Magistrat is the top card, it comes into play as this.
Wait, are we talking about the... Don't you mean this Walrat's Legend, which can discard a card from your hand and gets the top creature card copy thing?
Yeah, but if it enters the battlefield and there's a top creature card already, then it's this.
Oh, you might actually be right. But that needs a lot of setup. I don't know.
So there is the Inferno Titan still.
Oh, right, it got countered last turn. Yeah, right.
All the foil cards are so hard to guess, but here you see, as we said, Inferno Titan with haste is just it's just destroying Ugin and you. This should be exciting.
So he sacrificed this Corpse Dance, but he doesn't get rid of his Titan. That's kind of not good. Yeah, it should be Exile the Titan. So I found the land with the treasure map and play the Emrakul. So now we get to interesting territory. Mindslaver is always fun, right?
Yeah.
So
Exile perfect. Thanks to the very potent judges sitting next to them.
Exactly. Like Mindslaver with this graveyard, with all the dredge shenanigans and the Cephalid Colosseum is like mind-blowing, right? Like it's really hard to make a good call.
You can dredge, I guess. That's the only thing you can do right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to dredge and use the Cephalid Colosseum to find more things to do.
Exactly.
But, for instance, I know he has the Griselbrand in graveyard, so I can put him down to 1. But
maybe even to 0 if you can, like...
If I find a fetch land, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to play the Colosseum.
Yeah, right. Yeah, true.
But, like, you have to see more cards. Emrakul is also very good because there are some cards which just let you win on the spot. There's Toxic Deluge, usually is a card in every deck. There's Fiery Confident, I think that also pays X life. There's Tainted Pact. There are some cards that Emrakul is just a win against.
Yeah, for sure.
And
that was my thinking. Finding one of those cards, or maybe find something which, I don't know, somehow handles his own graveyard. I don't know.
So, and there's not many other options besides.
By the way, the Living Death is on top, right? He put that with the Brainstorm on top and played the Corpsens, so I don't know that. So
what is the other option from the Angel? So it's just this Living Death again? No,
Yeah.
like it brings like the bringing back part. Ah, right, okay. So it doesn't change, but it doesn't do anything because Living Death brought back all the cards. Like the only thing I would bring back again is the Emrakul, which doesn't really help. So I guess you just have to find a lot of cards, right?
Yeah, I think so too. The problem is, like Emrakul doesn't win me the game because he has a Maze of Ith. So I need to get rid of the Maze of Ith somehow as well with the Loam. Like it's really a puzzle here.
It's tough. Like you cannot get rid of it because it just comes back.
Exactly. I want to get rid of his threat, but I also want to get rid of the maze. Like it's really.
Well, you have no other option. You have to see what you're drawing.
Yeah, true. Though I know he casted a Brainstorm last turn, and I'm pretty sure, okay, since he can dredge, the top cards are not that good, right? My thinking, like I would think that this top card is not a good card anyway.
Yeah, definitely. That's why you have to also dredge.
So I see the Living Death and think, what? Living Death, okay. He wasn't going to dredge, I guess.
And he told you, like, okay, you saw, like, why is it there? And so, like, the Magister kills everything. Like, okay, that's smart, yeah. Which is also nice to see. Like, probably he has experienced this interaction before, so he just knows, but that's a lot of tricky stuff you have to know.
It's insane. I mean, Highlander's already insane with all the interactions and stuff, and now adding those dredge, like adding another library to your library and from that's really something. So now I consider how to pay the mana and stuff.
So right now you still have 4 mana, right? And you draw 3 cards. And it is Animate Dead, Izzet Charm, and Unmask.
Exactly.
Ooh. Unmask, is that actually working? How I think it might work. Unmask says, look at target player's hand, choose an online card, and this player discards it. All right. But you can also remove a black card to pass it for free. So unfortunately, you cannot use it to get rid of the loam. That would be supreme.
Yeah, that would be insane.
So you basically have to cast Animate Dead, and that gets Griselbrand.
I was a bit hasty here. I was thinking, oh yeah, just Griselbrand, you're dead. But I can't pay the second 7 life. I have to pay exactly 7 life. And since he's on 1, I can't pay another 6 life.
So did you already play a land?
I did not.
So if you find a fetch land, that's a win.
No, I did the Colosseum.
So right, you played the Colosseum. So
yeah, it was a tough spot. So I was thinking, yeah, easy. And then, oh no, wait, it's not that easy. So now I'm thinking.
You could take anger.
Yeah, I take anger, which is actually not a bad call because now his creature doesn't have haste because he gets an extra.
Because it needs to be in the graveyard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well done.
So
there's nothing else.
And now he has to dredge because he needs his maze back.
Where's the maze gone?
I discarded it with the Cephalid Colosseum.
How did you? It wasn't in play before.
Was on the same. Okay, he dredged his Orchard and Expedition Map and Mannequin, Magic Mannequin, which doesn't do anything. Now he's in the same spot I was in last turn. He's trying to find something with the Cephalid Colosseum. Because he's just dead to the attack of the Emrakul. Oh no, wait. Why doesn't he get back the maze?
Oh, no, there's the maze. But how is it from the battlefield into the graveyard?
What do you mean?
Wasn't it on the battlefield before?
The maze?
Yeah.
It was. It was always in the sand.
Okay.
I did it last turn. So. Okay, now he just loans for the maze. Not just for the maze, but he wants to play the maze. And gets back a wasteland on top of it.
Oh god, this is complicated.
It is. But now my treasure map can shine, right? Like we're in the late game and I have some filtering and card draw. And this creature doesn't have haste anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like your map is still not better than dredging and drawing 3.
I like it at this spot, let me tell you that. So I'm scrying, of course, before I draw. And I draw.
Treasure Cruise! Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go on a ride.
Yes.
Drawing 3. Very, very good start when having no cards in hand.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, let's see if you do it right and let
Hey,
it cost 1 less.
because I was realizing misplay for my quarterfinals still. Maybe.
Oh, so
Wait.
close.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
7.
I remember now. Yeah. See?
Okay, so
So,
you draw which
tectonic edge.
Ooh,
Which
and
just,
tectonic, yeah, and that's
yeah,
just game.
that's
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
well done.
That's
Insane.
that was an intense game. That was a really intense game.
Wow, and there's more to come. Like, it's only game 1.
Exactly.
You can imagine how the rest will go. Okay, so Johnny leads 1-0, and let's see what happens in the next game.